Hello, everyone. Okay, we are on lesson 88. This time it's about ways of expressing obligation and necessity. We are obligated to learn these things. Let's go ahead and study the lesson. So, introductory text as usual. Let's get right into the first dialogue between Pavel and Maxim, two apparently coworkers discussing something at a water cooler, the proverbial office water cooler where all office matters get discussed. All right, let's see what they have to say.
Максим, надо поговорить с глазу на глаз.
Хорошо, давай выйдем покурить.
Но я не курю.
Я тоже. И что? А где мы можем поговорить?
Кафе на первом этаже.
Хорошо, пошли. Что случилось?
Понимаешь, мне нужны деньги. Как можно скорее. Я должен отдать крупную сумму. И чем быстрее я это сделаю, тем лучше.
А я чем могу помочь?
Ну, понимаешь, ты же у нас главный бухгалтер. Ты мог бы дать мне в долг? 1 000 000 рублей.
В долг? 1 000 000? Даже и не думай. Но зачем тебе такая сумма?
Я проиграл в казино, и мне теперь до понедельника необходимо вернуть эти деньги. В противном случае банк заберет у меня квартиру.
Я ни в коем случае не дам тебе денег. И еще, я буду вынужден сообщить об этом в службу безопасности.
Там уже знают, я у них брал деньги в прошлый раз.
В прошлый раз? Так ты игроман со стажем?
Oh dear. Um, um, this is a bit awkward, but it is somewhat true that particularly in Eastern Europe, although obviously not exclusive. I mean, it's not limited to Eastern Europe by any means, but by European standards, Eastern Europe has, I think, relatively high levels of gambling addiction. It is a problem. It does sort of. There is a sort of archetype of person who is, alcoholic, gambler. I don't know how prevalent it is in real life, but you do see in Eastern Europe, you do see a lot of these weird sort of gambling places. Well, now they're outlawed in Russia. They used to be legal in Russia. And you'd see a lot of people just pouring money into these like automated slot machines and like small shops and cafes and things. But I think they outlawed them in Russia a few years ago. Anyway, so Pavel says,
Максим, надо поговорить с глазу на глаз.
Maxime, we need to talk. Actually, interesting. It's pretty much exactly the same as in English, eye to eye, except that in English, when you say that you're eye to eye with someone, it basically means you see things the same way. You have the same perspective. Whereas here in Russian, eye to eye means, or eye on eye means basically face to face.
Хорошо, давай выйдем покурить.
Okay, let's go and have a smoke.
Но я не курю.
But I don't smoke.
Я тоже. И что?
Neither do I. So what?
А где мы можем поговорить?
And where can we speak?
Кафе на первом этаже.
In the cafe on the first floor.
Хорошо, пошли.
Okay, let's go.
Что случилось?
What happened?
Понимаешь, мне нужны деньги.
Understand, I need money.
Как можно скорее.
Как можно скорее. As soon as possible.
Я должен отдать крупную сумму.
I need to pay a large sum of money.
И чем быстрее я это сделаю, тем лучше.
Here is good to have an understanding of чем and тем. So, чем быстрее, тем лучше. Basically, the faster the better. In English, you just say the and the, but in Russian, it's чем and тем. Чем быстрее, тем лучше. Faster the better.
А я чем могу помочь?
And how can I help?
Ну, понимаешь, ты же у нас главный бухгалтер.
Well, you understand, you're our chief bookkeeper, book holder, or accountant.
Ты мог бы дать мне в долг?
Could you give me a loan?
1 000 000 рублей.
1 million rubles.
В долг?
A loan?
Миллион?
A million?
Даже и не думай.
Даже и не думай. Don't even think about it.
Но зачем тебе такая сумма?
What do you need for what do you need such a sum of money?
Я проиграл в казино,
I lost in the casino, or in a casino.
и мне теперь до понедельника необходимо вернуть эти деньги.
What do you say? Необходимо, right? Right. Yeah. Okay. So, and after that, until Monday or by Monday, it's necessary to return the money. Необходимо means necessary. So now I need, to me, it's necessary by Monday to return the money.
В противном случае банк заберет у меня квартиру.
Otherwise, the next thing is the bank will take away my apartment, my residence.
Я ни в коем случае не дам тебе денег.
Я ни в коем случае не дам тебе денег. So I will in no shape or form give you money.
И еще, я буду вынужден сообщить об этом в службу безопасности.
And what is more, I will need to report about this to the security service. I don't know what security service he means. I don't know, like, is this some Russian thing? Because I really don't know. Is this like something in the company or is this some government office? I have no idea. But he says, and furthermore, I will need to report this to the security office.
Там уже знают, я у них брал деньги в прошлый раз.
В прошлый раз? Так ты игроман со стажем?
So he says, there they already know. I already borrowed money there last time. Last time? So you're a игроман со стажем. You are a gambler with, or I guess a gambling addict with experience. So игра in Russian just means a game. So I guess this word игроман, I'm assuming that, yeah, this is like a word meaning a game addict or a gambling addict. So you're a gambling addict with experience. Okay, so the forms we have here are должен, which basically means must. So мы должны, we must. And of course, не должен, don't have to. Обязан or обязательно, не обязательно, which means, what is that? Hold on. We'll come back to that in a sec. Необходимо, so not necessary, как можно скорее, as soon as possible. Даже не думай, don't even think about it. Ни в коем случае, in no case, in no shape or form, never. What is обязан or обязательно? Let's check this out. Let's go ahead and so yeah, должен, не должен. So yeah, должен, must, you're obliged to. Не должен, you don't have to. Обязан, okay, okay, so it's kind of like the same thing. Обязан is kind of like also, or не обязан, it's like you have to or you don't have to. Okay. So okay, so on Saturday it's not necessary to go to work. Okay, so similar, kind of a synonym for должен. Необходимо, необходимо, also used to express obligation necessity. So необходимо is like yeah, okay. So necessary and in no case. Как можно скорее, so as soon as possible, даже и не думай. Чем быстрее, тем лучше. The faster, the better. Вынужден. All right, okay. All right. I think we have enough of an idea of these. I'm obviously not dwelling on what these mean in any great detail because I'd rather see them in context rather than trying to explain for a long time what these mean. I'd rather just like have an exercise where we can put in the words and see how they work in a sentence. So that's why I'm kind of breezing over this a bit. So here we go. So now we have the chance to do exactly that. We put stuff in these blanks. So я не хочу этого делать, но у меня нет выбора. I don't want to do it, but I don't have a choice. Я буду something рассказать о твоем плохом поведении маме. So I guess I will need to report about your bad behavior to mama. Here the word they're looking for is вынужден. I think this seems to be a recurring theme. Like the words that they have here, I think, are more complicated than the words we just saw, even in this long list. This is supposed to be a long list of examples, but even after going through this, the answers that you need to give here, like вынужден, it's actually more complicated than what you learned in the reference for the lesson. But yeah, I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice. I need to report about your bad behavior to mama. Нам всем something работать как нужно эффективнее. So, нам всем необходимо. To us, it's necessary to work as effectively or as efficiently as possible. Позвони мне, so call me как можно скорее, as soon as possible. Something не говори Вике, что вчера видели ее мужа с другой женщиной. Vika here is a woman's name. So do not tell Vika that yesterday you saw her husband with another woman. Well, why not? Why shouldn't we tell her? Okay, so I guess, yeah. Ни в коем случае, in no circumstances, under no circumstances, tell Vika that you saw her husband with another woman yesterday. Вам совсем something заполнять эту анкету. So, you at all something fill out this form. So, I guess you don't have to fill out? Okay. Не обязательно. It just occurs to me, обязательно might be somewhat cognate with English obligated. Well, just because they both start with OB, that might just be a coincidence, but I guess it's kind of like obligated. So here, не обязательно, you are not at all obligated to fill out this form. Okay, something об этом, это запрещение законом. So, something about it, it is prohibited by law. I guess. Даже не думай. Даже не думай об этом. Don't even think about it. It's prohibited by law. Okay, something мы поговорим об этом проблеме, something для нас обоих. So something we talk about this problem, something for us both. Okay, so I guess чем and тем. So, чем быстрее, and then тем лучше. The faster we talk about this problem, the better it will be for us. Папа, ты something пойти со мной завтра в цирк. Там будет очень интересно. I guess должен. Papa, you must come with me tomorrow to the circus. There it will be very interesting. Нам something снова пересмотреть наш бюджет на следующий год. So we again пересмотреть adjust our budget for the next year. So необходимо. It's necessary for us again to adjust our budget for next year. And finally, она сказала, что сделать это, и она обязана выполнить свое обещание. So she said that do it, or I guess she said that she will do it, and she is обязана, she is obligated to deliver on her promise or to fulfill her promise. Okay. Moving on. Мой брат something вернут мне долг. My brother pays me back. Or, okay, needs to pay me back. Должен. My brother must pay me back. Сын something своей карьерой отцу. Okay. Обязан. Owes. In this sense, he owes. The son owes his career to his father. Okay. Ты никому ничего something. Nobody, no, not never. Never is никогда. You nobody nothing не должен. Triple negative. You nobody nothing don't need to. Basically it means you don't need to do anything for anybody. But literally, you nobody nothing not have to. Извините, но я something отчитываться перед вами. У меня есть свое начальство. Sorry, but I... Okay. У меня есть свое начальство. I have my bosses. I have my managers, or management. So sorry, but I guess this means I don't have to report anything to you. I don't have to report anything to you because you're not my boss. I have my own bosses. So no, я не обязан. Not obligated to report anything to you. Ты не знаешь, кто сейчас something прийти. Do you not know who now arrives, or I guess должен, who must now arrive, who's supposed to now arrive. Директор something предупредит сотрудника об увольнении за 2 недели. The director something give notice to the employee of the firing or of the letting go before 2 weeks. So basically in proper English, the director is obligated to give a 2-week notice period or to notify the employee of their being fired or let go within a 2-week notice period. So the director has to do that. So I guess должен should work as well. It says that several correct answers are possible, so I think that должен or обязан should work, in my opinion. But that is just my opinion, and what do I know? В чужой стране турист something вести себя культурно. I guess in a foreign country, a tourist should behave themselves culturedly. Tourists must behave themselves, or in a cultured way, as if they were a cultured person. Иностранец something соблюдать законы страны, куда он приехал. Foreigners or foreign citizens something comply with the laws of the country where they arrived. So if you're in a foreign country, if you're a foreigner, you need to comply with the laws of the country where you arrived, and not necessarily the laws of your own country where you're a citizen of. So what is that? Иностранец, I'll say должен. Once again, they must comply with the laws of the local country. Своим положением в обществе он никому не был something, он всего добился сам. So his position in society, nobody does. Okay, so this is once again, he doesn't owe his. So it's kind of like here we had обязан. Once again, It's actually the same, I think. Nie byl obязан. He does not owe his position in society to anyone. He did it all himself, or achieved it all himself. Okay, and кто-то же something рассказать ей правду. So, somebody, don't care who, but somebody, I guess, should tell her the truth, or must tell her the truth. So let's say должен. Somebody must tell her правду, the truth. All right, looks good. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Нам надо встретиться, so we need to meet. Обязательно. We definitely need to meet. We certainly need to meet. Мне something поговорить с тобой с глазу на глаз. So I need to talk to you again, eye to eye. Well, not eye to eye. Literally eye to eye on eye, but face to face. So, необходимо, it's necessary for me to speak to you face to face. Вам something подписывать эти бумаги сейчас. Вы можете сделать это потом, когда прочитаете договор. Okay, договор. Okay, so you can do it later when you read through the contract. Okay, so it's saying необязательно. Okay, so you're not obligated to sign these papers now. You can do that later when you read the contract. Okay, fine. Something не подписывай ничего. Don't sign anything. Okay, I guess then it's ни в коем случае. Under no circumstances sign anything. Okay, something как можно скорее решить этот вопрос. So that's a fixed phrase, right? Yeah, actually no, it's what we're looking for is not a fixed phrase, but it's необходимо как можно скорее решить этот вопрос. So it's necessary to, as soon as possible, solve this question or resolve this question. Something позвони мне, как приедешь домой. Я волнуюсь. So, call me when you arrive at home. I am worried. So, I guess обязательно. I'm obligating you. I'm obligating you to call me when you get home. I'm worried about you. Им something было жениться, они и так уже 3 года жили вместе. So they needed to get married. They already lived 3 years together. Oh, I think it's the opposite. They did not need to get married. Yes, okay. Не обязательно. They are not obligated to get married because they already lived together for 3 years. Something about Russian law and married couples living together for 3 years, or like common law partnerships where you don't actually get married, but you still are in some kind of partnership because, I don't know Russian law. I don't know how it works. It's some kind of thing about Russian family law. Okay, something не выходи на улицу без паспорта. So, выходи, of course, is to go out. Na ulicu is outside, so do not go outside without a passport. I guess, once again, this is ни в коем случае. Under no circumstances go out without a passport. Вам something получить разрешение на работу в этой стране. So you get a work permit, a permit to work in this country. I think it means you need to, yeah. Необходимо. It's necessary. You need to get a work permit in this country. Okay, and мы something встретимся еще. So we meet again. Or I guess we must meet again. Yeah, we're obligated. I mean, kind of like we're obligated to meet again. Basically, just means like we have to meet again. This was great. We need to do this again sometime. Okay, and so once again we have a sentence here, and we need to reword the red text somewhat in such a way that the resulting sentence makes some kind of sense and has the same meaning as the first sentence. So, никогда никому не говори пин-код. Once again, I like how they actually render pin here in Latin letters. Пин-код свой карточки. So, never nobody not tell the pin code of your potato. No, I'm just joking. Potato is kartoshka. Kartochki is your card, like your bank card or credit card. So nikogda. So that would then be once again this phrase. Ни в коем случае. Under no circumstances, nobody not tell your PIN code of your card. So that means I should, right? Under no circumstances, I shouldn't tell nobody. That means I should tell somebody, I think. In English, it would mean that. Если ты хочешь, ты можешь не работать в выходные. I like how this is phrased. If you want, you don't have to work on the weekend. So basically, if you feel like not working on the weekend, then you don't have to. That's very generous of you. You're saying I can choose not to work on the weekend if I feel like not working on the weekend. So, тебе не обязательно. You are not obligated работать в выходные. You are not obligated to work on the weekend. Вам надо срочно поехать туда. You need urgently to go there. Вам надо поехать туда. Where's the phrase I'm looking for here? Where is the phrase? Yeah, как можно скорее. I can't copy and paste from there because that's a picture. But it was here, wasn't it? Here we go. Как можно скорее. As soon as possible. Вам надо поехать туда как можно скорее. You need to go there as soon as possible. Okay. У тебя нет другого выхода. Тебе надо остаться на совещании после работы. You have no other choice. You need to stay for the meeting after work. Or in other words, I'll just go ahead and type this in. Ты вынужден. Okay, so you need to stay for the meeting after work. Побыть с бабушкой в пятницу вечером. Мой долг. So, to be with grandmother on Friday evening is my duty. Okay, so я должен, I must be with grandmother on Friday evening. Okay. And finally, не надо допускать даже мысли о том, что ты можешь заблудиться в большом городе. Something about getting lost in a big city. You don't have to. Okay, this is something like you don't have to get it into your head to get lost, but obviously then that translates to даже. Here we go. Даже и не думай. Don't even think about it. There we go. And that was lesson 88. So, a little bit awkward because this is about forbidding things. So this is dialogue 1, which was that very awkward dialogue about the gambling addict who lost all his money and is now begging his coworker for a loan, which was probably going to get both of them into much deeper trouble, or would have if the coworker had agreed to that idea. This is exercise 2, where the correct answers to exercise 2 filled in. These are the answers to exercise 3. These are the answers to exercise 4. And finally, the answers to exercise 5. All right, that was lesson 88. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you all next time for lesson 89. Until then, ta-ta for now.